First one up, we have Christina Tosi. Christina, thank you. Yeah. If you don't know her, Christina was a really awesome, still is a really awesome pastry chef.
One time, she was a great pastry
some of her
chef.
famous work being the Milk Bar over in New York City. And yeah, just really awesome stuff. And stoked to have you here.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Hi everyone, how are you? Yeah, Houston.
What are we gonna be? What are we cooking today, Christina?
Okay, so one, baking outside in 20 minutes. No small feat, right? For anyone that's a baker. But we're making one of my favorite recipes. It's a recipe that I came up with over the last few years. It's a pie. It's called chocolate peanut butter crunch pie. But for anyone that knows our approach to pie or kind of anything at Milk Bar, we love to live in the classic nostalgic pieces of cookie, cake, pie, ice cream. But how we imagine these things is always a little left of center. It's a little different. Love pie crust, like classic flaky pie crust. But we don't actually have a single pie on our menu that has a pie crust.
Okay.
Because I love to imagine, well, what else could be the crust? What could be the top, et cetera, et cetera. For those of you that have had our Milk Bar pie, it's got like a super, almost salty, hearty toasted oat crust and this gooey butter filling. It's pie, but it's not like, the reason you love pie, but then imagine in a totally different way. So this is a chocolate peanut butter crunch pie, because who doesn't love peanut butter pie? I do, certainly. And I came up with it actually on a whim with the team while we were writing a cookbook that comes out in November. It's called Bake Club, after the series we bake every week on Instagram for Bake Club. You can sign up. I know there's some Bake Clubbers in the crowd because we've already got after it. You can sign up online. We send you an email once a week. We just give you ingredients. We'll say peanut butter, chocolate chips, coconut oil, salt, Rice Krispies, and that's all we tell you. And you just show up, and you're like, I have no clue what we're going to make. And then I'm like, guys, we're going to make chocolate peanut butter crunch pie. So that's a little bit what we're doing today.
That's fun.
And
let me ask you a couple questions.
Yeah.
Let me help you, too. If you need any help, please put me to work.
Oh, my gosh, Brad.
What'd you throw in? You threw a little chocolate. We got a little double boiler
chocolate
system
peanut
going?
butter crunch pie. You ready for this? It's coincidentally gluten-free and vegan. Which, if you've ever had baked goods, sometimes that feels like, okay, it's going to be good, but maybe not as awesome as the real thing. But that's not the case here. So there are chocolate chips and just melting down. You can melt them down in a microwave. This is a little double boiler. Brad's on it. He's just going to mix
stir that?
Chocolate chips, like what you get at the grocery store. Do it, my friend. You just melt them down gently so that they don't burn. And we're going to add a little bit of peanut butter to it. Peanut butter is delicious. It has flavor, but it's also going to help the chocolate chips, when they melt, just smooth down into a slightly looser consistency. So I didn't even know that you were going to help me be a sous chef
I am here
today.
for you. Culinary
Love
assistant.
This. So basically, this melted down chocolate chip peanut butter mixture is going to act as both the crust of our pie and the top of our pie. So none of the oh my gosh, I'm stressed out about gluten and butter and flour and salts to make this delicate, delicious, flaky, tender pie crust. We're going to melt this down. We're going to set it in a 10-inch pie tin as a crust, and then we're going to make an awesome peanut butter crunchy filling. And then we're going to use the rest of our melted down chocolate chip peanut butter mixture as the top.
Chef, if you walked away from this, would this burn?
Well, it's on a double boiler, so I personally melt my chocolate chips in the microwave because I'm quick and lazy. 20, 30-second spurts so it doesn't melt. But when you melt it like this, Brad, there's water in the pot below, but the bowl isn't touching it. So it distributes a lot of heat, but it's gentle heat, so it won't burn unless you let all the water evaporate and then the high heat goes on.
No good.
So I got something else for you to get ready on the stovetop. So we've got an incredible YETI cast iron. We're going to turn her on. Thank you, Brad. Show the people what they want.
Well, we gave it to them whether they wanted it or not.
Give them what they want. And we're going to take basically 4 cups of your favorite Rice Krispie cereal. Basic plain Rice Krispies.
You could use any cereal, maybe,
You can use any cereal, but I love the crunch of a Rice Krispie. Or any kind, really whatever you have in the pantry. This is going to go in our cast iron pan on a medium heat, because with certain cereals, when you toast them a little bit, oh, look at the flip of this wrist. When you float, how did you do that? Tell the people.
I don't know. No, I just,
You've seen it on cooking TV, right?
Yeah, it's all in the wrist,
There you go. You give it a little pop up, flip her back. Look at them, they love you.
Yes.
You're going to toast whatever cereal it is just gently on the stovetop. Because in baking, just like in savory cooking, when you deepen something in color, it's going to equal more flavor. So more color, more flavor. Think about that. Whenever you're baking, you're trying to decide, should I take this cookie, this cake, this pie out? If you want it to be deeper in flavor, let it go a little bit longer.
A little caramelize a little more?
A little caramelization. So that's what we're doing with these Rice Krispies in our YETI cast iron. Cast iron's great. It takes a little bit longer to heat up, but it also ensures that you're going to have equal heat distribution. So you're not worried about those Rice Krispies burning in one zone or another. How's our chocolate chip peanut butter mixture
Good, and I totally
looking?
forgot about it, and it didn't burn at all, so that checks out.
Okay. I'm going to pull her off so we can look at it. So this chocolate peanut butter mixture is literally, it's a nice chocolate chip that's melted down. It's a little smooth. I'm going to grease, a little pan spray, a pie tin. You can use aluminum foil if you're going to share this pie with someone else. You're going to drop it off at their house. And then I'm just going to put some of that chocolate peanut butter mixture down into the pie tin. And you can paint it around. You can paint it up the sides of the walls.
Just a little thin coat?
Just a thin coat. You can also give your pie crust a little tap, tap, tap. And that will help your pie crust set evenly. Because it's fluid enough, so you don't have to worry about like, oh my goodness, do I have the right flick of the wrist to get a nice even layer? You're going to get a nice glossy bottom of a pie tin. So that's one step. Now I'm saving the rest of this chocolate peanut butter mixture in the bowl for the top of my pie. And I'm going to focus on the center now. I'm going to pop this guy in a fridge just so the chocolate peanut butter mixture sets. The way that chocolate sets when it's nice and cold, it has that nice snap, that texture. That's going to be the bottom texture of our crust. A great pie crust, we love the snap, we love the texture. So that's going to be the bottom of the pie. How are we looking in Rice Krispie land?
Good. I mean, cast iron, right? You can't beat it, but it does take a little bit to warm up.
It takes a second.
Yeah.
So here's what we're going to do while Brad, my trusty cereal toaster, continues on. So we're going to take those toasted cereal bits when they come off the cast iron, and we're going to mix them with a little more peanut butter. This is the peanut butter filling. It's a chocolate peanut butter crunch pie. So a chocolate peanut butter crust, a chocolate peanut butter top. The center is the crunch is gonna come from the cereal. The center, are you guys ready for this? It's insane. It's 4 ingredients. It's peanut butter. If you're a crunchy peanut butter person, respect. For this recipe, I use smooth because there's gonna be a lot of crunch from the cereal, I promise. This is where you're gonna go, what's going on? Coconut oil. So anyone that makes like peanut butter pie, it's usually butter. Maybe there's cream cheese to it. Nice creamy notes. Here's a really fun fact about coconut oil with peanut butter. This coconut oil is not going to make our pie taste like coconut or coconut oil. It's not about that. There is something about the back note of coconut oil that is going to just make the peanut butter taste even more nutty, even more loud and round and nutty and earthy, all the reasons that we love peanut butter.
The coconut oil brings it out, you say?
The coconut oil brings it out. It's not enough coconut oil to make coconut the primary flavor. It's not about the coconut. So it's like
a refined coconut oil?
Well, it's just the coconut oil. Honestly, sometimes I'm from New York City or I live in New York City. Sometimes I get my baking ingredients from like the CVS or the Walgreens or whatever it is. It's literally the peanut butter and the coconut oil and the cereal and the salt that you can get from your local drugstore, grocery store, whatever it is. But that coconut oil is key. Butter and peanut butter are great. They're friends. They're delicious together. But butter has its flavor, and it wants to compete with peanut butter a little bit. And this is about chocolate and peanut butter and not about butter and peanut butter. So coconut oil.
I like that. Yeah, I didn't know that.
And it makes it really friendly because if someone does have, you won't even know when you crush this, you're like, I'm feeling so good about myself. I'm eating vegan right now. I'm eating gluten-free. I'm hitting all of the high notes. It's great. But so peanut butter and coconut oil. Try that. Try that in your next peanut butter recipe. Confectioner sugar and salt. So the confectioner sugar is going to give us sweetness. It's going to help thicken our chocolate peanut butter mixture, which right now is just loose and tasty and fatty. And salt, because even when you're making dessert, y'all, salt is necessary. That's my perspective as a pastry chef. I am the type of pastry chef, someone told me there's a new trend in dessert right now. It's flavor maximalism. And I'm like, flavor Matt, that's just good dessert. Like when I eat dessert, I want it to taste like something. I want to mean it when I eat dessert. I'm not just here for a little whisper. Great
Well, to each, sometimes I like a little whisper,
A little whisper of a dessert.
Now and then.
What's your take on chocolate and peanut butter?
Together, I think it's a classic combo,
Are you like a Reese's peanut butter cup fan?
I'm not a huge dessert guy,
Whoa, those are fighting words. Get off the stage.
I'm more of a whispered dessert guy. I like a little scoop of a sorbet or something.
Oh, okay. You just a little kiss.
Just a little kiss.
Just a little sliver of this pie. I'm going to feed you some of this, and I dare you.
How bad could it be,
How good could it be? This might be the day that you change your mind from being.
I'm sure.
Do you like to have, do you kind of drink your dessert? Do you like a good...
alcohol, you mean?
Or an NA Bev, like a good soda pop, a Red Hot, a glass of wine? What's your poison?
No. I don't lack calories, so I don't, I guess my dessert, usually I can drink it, or, usually I'm full. I'm just not a big dessert guy.
I say, you want to know what I call this, though? Because everyone has one. What's your dirty dessert secret? Because you're not a big dessert guy, I get it. When we go out to dinner together, I'm ordering one of everything from the dessert menu. You're not.
And that's okay. And I'll take a little dabble.
Okay.
I'm like an affogato kind of guy.
Oh, you like a little hot...
Yeah, a little
hot
coffee.
espresso
Exactly.
over. Okay. I'm just warming this mixture just a little bit. I thought the Houston heat would be just enough to keep it fluid, but just so it's a little bit
So that
more.
was just what? You put a little bit of confection sugar,
Confectioner
some salt.
sugar, salt. Sugar is going to help it taste better because we're here for dessert. And the salt to help contextualize it. So it's big, it's sharp, it's salted in a rounding way. It's not salty sweet. It's just to make the peanut butter really be the star. When you add something like a cereal doesn't normally have a lot of salt in it. So as I'm adding things to a recipe, I'm always thinking, what's emphasizing flavor and what's diluting flavor? Rice Krispies, they're going to add a great amount of crunch, but they're going to take the peanut butter flavor and just tamp it down a little bit. And I'm here for flavor maximalism, as they say. So I'm going to take this this peanut butter crunch mixture. I'm going to bring it into another bowl, and I burnt it a little bit. That's okay. It happens. It happens.
It's perfect.
And it's so perfect. And we're just taking that mixture. We're tossing it around. It's just the right consistency because have y'all ever made pie? Comes out of the oven. Great. Pie's looking good. Color equals flavor. It's caramelized. It's tasty. But the moment when you have to slice into the pie and you're going, is this going to be a runny pie? Is it going to be a thick pie?
Too, right?
You have to let the thick thinness of a pie, especially when you're making something with fruit, where every strawberry is different. Every apple is different.
So you're just looking to make this pliable, right? And
it's just enough. Like from a baking standpoint, I bake like I am a savory cook. I taste, I season, I tweak. I taste, I season, I tweak. But I measure when it's going to make a difference. And here, it's just the right amount of peanut butter, coconut oil, confectioner's sugar, salt, just so it's super smooth when it needs to be, crunchy when it needs to be, and so that when we mold it into our 10-inch pie crust, it holds its shape.
It
holds a big, beautiful slice of pie.
I like the little extra note of toast in the Rice Krispies.
You're into it.
I like that a lot.
Do you want a little pinch nibble?
No, I'll wait.
You're gonna wait?
I might have eaten one already.
Oh, thought he wasn't a dessert guy.
But just like little things like that, like instead of like taking just a dry nut like a pistachio, but just toasting it a little. Same thing, just like with that. It's just those little
Color
notes,
equals flavor.
Something simple like this. How many ingredients? Just a handful.
That's it. And honestly, I'm the type of person that doesn't put more ingredients in a recipe unless you need it, unless it's really going to make a difference. So our pie crust is now set because it's freezing cold in there.
Yeah, it's set up nice.
Y'all want to stick your head in here afterwards, and you're like, Brad,
it's so hot.
I saw you. It's real hot out here. You literally just take the chocolate or the peanut butter crunch filling, you throw it into your pie tin, and throw it in. You very nicely put it in,
and then
you start molding it down. That's it. You can use a spatula. You can use your clean hands. You can use an offset spatula, but essentially, I'm going to use my hands, just so we can sort of see it coming together. I like to give it a nice little peek up. A great pie almost has a little pyramid at the top.
Mound, yeah.
A little mound at the top. But by the way, this filling would be awesome if you were like, you know, I don't know that I want to make a pie. I'm going to make bar cookies with this. You know what? Maybe I'm going to make a little truffle, a little round nibble. Maybe I'm not a dessert guy, and I just want to make a little nibble of it. You know what I mean? You don't have to go the whole pie world.
That's right.
But you take that pie filling, and you just start to give it the size and the shape that you're looking for. And this is where being, I think, any chef, you have to be close to your food. You have to give it a little nibble. You have to make sure that you like where it's at. You have to taste as you go. Whenever somebody...
If you care, you taste.
I just missed it. Yeah. Great bite, Christina. Totally missed it. Get in there. Get in there. Right? Mm-hmm. You got the toast from the cereal. It's salty, it's sweet. You can't taste the coconut oil, but you know we're here. The peanut butter, it just explodes.
Pop you right in the face.
So you got to stay close to the food. I'm a very hands-on. I would prefer to mix everything by hand in a bowl as opposed to a stand mixer because I just think you stay closer to it.
Almost reminds me of like a Snickers bar.
Almost like a Snickers bar.
Almost like a Snickers bar.
Caramel is like the Snickers moment that sets it apart, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you're going chocolate back on top
And then
now.
we're going to top our pie off, right?
Well, I like that.
Same thing. When we deal with chocolate in a recipe, most people get really scared because they're like, oh, but am I going to temper the chocolate? Am I going to untemper the chocolate? Is the chocolate going to burn? Is it going to be glossy at the end? And that's what I love about this. One, chocolate chips. Everyone's got chocolate chips. Or you've got a store nearby that has chocolate chips. And then two, in chocolate land, melting it down with a little bit of peanut butter is just the smartest. This is my dirty dessert secret. I melt down chocolate chips and peanut butter at night. And then...
And just spoon it.
Well, you want to know what I do? I crush up pretzels.
Oh, nice.
I crush up pretzels and I fold it in, and that's my...
little salty crunch in there?
It's a little salty, sweet crunch. That's it.
All right.
You brush it, you brush it. If you have toasted peanuts, you can throw those on top. We actually became so obsessed with this pie that it's on the menu at Milk Bar right now. Because it's a great way to serve people that are gluten-free, vegan, what have you.
Oh, there you go.
And it is like the star of the show in our new cookbook, Bake Club, coming out in November. So pre-order yours, get your hands on it, or we'll bring it to your doorstep.
How does your brain feel about, like, we don't have any, but if you could, like, put little, like, Crispies on top of there?
You could do Crispies. You want to know what I do?
A little nut powder or something?
I would say we eat with our eyes first, and this is telling me that it's a chocolate pie, but I don't know that it's peanut butter. So I would put chopped peanuts on top. Like, I think whatever when we're making our cakes, and then I'm just popping this in the fridge. When we make our cakes at Milk Bar, what we put on top of the cake should tell you the flavor story of what's inside, whether you can see it or not. Same with cookies, right? Like, we eat with our eyes, and that's the invitation to get in, to dig in, and go.
But it always has to taste good.
It's gotta, and it, yeah. It's gonna be anything you get from me, at least, or from Milk Bar. It's not gonna be a whisper. Like, it's like when we show up at your front doorstep for you, we're showing up like, "What's up? We're here. We got your back. We're here for you." But I appreciate that some people like a little whisper.
Yeah, of course. I mean, right? So much.
What do you eat? What's your dessert that you eat when you do eat dessert at night? When you've had like whatever it is.
Ice cream with like a dried mango. It's pretty simple, man.
I've had like one of the best bites of my life. It's just a mango from the farmer's market in Santa Monica. Skin on. The farmer was like, eat it with the skin on. It cost like $5. And I was like, how good could this be? And it really changed my life.
The best.
I was like, I would just eat this. I could give up dessert for my whole life if I could always have a mango that tastes like this.
Nature's the best chef.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, hard to argue there.
What do you guys think? Questions? How are you feeling? We have, come and visit us if and when you're ready for dessert. We're just near the cookbook signing area with super crunchy cookies, pretzely chocolate chip with a little peanut butter. If I got you real excited about peanut butter. Brown butter chocolate chip, cinnamon toast, and I'm also signing books pretty soon.
Check it out.
So if you want to hang out, come visit me. Oh, we got a question.
Yes.
Are we allowed to take questions?
Yeah, lucky guy right here.
Oh, yeah. Well, one, join Bake Club. You'll always get it there, but you can just search the internet. I think my name, chocolate peanut butter crunch pie. It's there. It's on one of the URLs. You'll find it, I promise.
And step right up, sir, because you were the only one who raised your hand at class today. We're going to be giving you a nice YETI gift.
Oh!
Come on down and collect your prize. Guys, thanks for hanging. Stay tuned. In about 10 minutes, we're going to have another demo.